right, all right, all right. We do apologize. We don't know what the technical problem was, but we just couldn't let this go. So we did have to come back with a part two. We're going to end this off the right way, just like we pay respects to everyone else. Now, when we left off, we was talking about the ankle monitor. We was talking about the stab wounds and, the state of mind that he was in order to cause so much damage in taking her life. Now, my thing is that, you know, he's been captured. They got him in jail. So, now the streets are safe from this person because, like it was known earlier, this is not his first time doing something like this. His dad even said it. This is not the first time he has committed such an act. So, for him to go to the extreme and taking a life of a beautiful woman as this, it wasn't worth it. Nobody, deserves to go the way she went and to be left alone. And I mean, as a mother, I know thoughts go through my mind, and it would hurt me to wonder, my child's last moments, what was she going through? How was she feeling? And did she feel anything, because I have lost two. And those thoughts do go through your mind. You know what I'm saying? So you do wonder, and so like I said, we have a beautiful child left behind. On behalf of the Unspoken Heart business, we will be sending a baby, something for the baby. Now, Dominic, when we was leaving off, you were describing something about the monitor and the time, like how it's supposed to go off. Could you reiterate that? Because we was trying to figure out, okay, if this guy was gone all this time, how was it that they could not track him?
Right. Yeah, and then after you cut the monitor off and stuff like that, because they probably were scrambling, and then we also got to think about the hours that it was. They have their probation officers have like little stuff on their computer to tell them where that person is, and making sure they get to where they need to go. And then this all happened in the wee when he cut it off, it was in the wee hours of the night, so we don't know his probation officer.
You gotta look at his curfew is from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Or 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. But my thing is that at 4 something is when he cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I think what it was, once he dropped the baby off in Boston's residence, not knowing who the people was, not knowing what kind of people they were, and if that baby was going to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather him had dropped the baby at the family's house.
Right.
He
knew that family was gonna be asking too many questions. Like, okay, where the mama at? Like, what's going on? Like,
he wasn't face to face with this person.
True.
They don't know how the baby got there.
Mm-mm.
The baby was dropped off in the carrier with a diaper bag that had blood on it.
So they didn't know. How did they know the baby was outside?
They did not say. And my thing is, you got to look at the time that they monitored. They went back to read the monitor track record. It gives like times that he's not there, or he's what location, don't it? Don't the and so
it'll ping where he was.
Because when they went to the home, when the family member went through the window and kicked down the door and found Deja's body, there was no baby there.
Oh.
Right.
The baby wasn't there. So the neighbors seen him sit in Deja's vehicle. That's how the family was able to say, okay, this is the make, the model of the car, the license plate number, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because that car was Deja's. Okay? And he had the baby, and he just drops baby off at a residence in Boston and then leaves. And then at 4 something, cuts off the monitor. So from that point on, where he dropped the baby off, they could not track where he was at. So
Right.
from from Thanksgiving Day to Monday, they looking for him. They didn't find. He wasn't captured until Monday
When did they find the baby though?
at a residence in Boston. That's
No,
all
no,
they
no. I know when.
they didn't say.
Oh,
They did not say.
because I'm
That's
trying to figure out how long this baby was missing before someone found
Yeah, but see, my thing is they need to charge him with something with that because
child endangerment.
child endangerment, child abandonment, and then the thing about it is that this poor child is gonna wonder where's my mom.
mm-hmm.
She doesn't.
Questions still be asked.
Well, she's 2 months old, but
But when she gets older,
she knows her mom. She know mom.
yeah, yeah, she's gonna want to know where her mom is for a while.
Right.
Yeah. So it's very hurtful, and they said it was defensive wounds. So you know that she was fighting them back.
Yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
was.
So she was fighting for her life. Defensive wounds. Okay, not attacking wounds, defensive wounds on the arm, the hand. But he stabbed her in the neck, the face, the back of the head, the torso, the arm. That's
Mm.
She was trying to get away.
Mm-hmm.
but she couldn't leave her child there. So
No,
it's gonna be hard for her to get away. But look at it. He locked the door, and this is what I don't understand. After killing her and leaving her body laying beside the air messenger on the floor, what was going through his mind to lock the bedroom door? Then he locks the front door. Then he walks outside and get into her car and sit there for at 150, and then 10 minutes later drive off.
Mm-hmm.
you
You
know,
know, and I just wondered, does he have any remorse at all? Because his life is over.
it's over.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere.
I thank God that they was able to find him and arrest him. Um, he's got a lot, and I'm thankful that the judge didn't let him out.
No, he's insane. He's crazy.
Yeah, because you look at, okay, dude, you're already out. You're out on a $5,000 bond for two, not one, two gun charges.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
Then
he like a suspect?
he's a suspect in a murder that happened before Deja. A murder before Deja.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this is like, it's like I'll be hurt as a parent that my son had took somebody's life like that.
I don't even know what to do with myself.
I'll be embarrassed.
That's very embarrassing.
Humiliated.
I'm hurt. And even to see these people in court, it just like you feel bad. But see, the thing about it is when he pled not guilty, and when a judge put him on no bond, his own attorney wouldn't even argue that.
What he's going to argue?
At times they was like, well, sir, this and that.
It was self-defense and all this kind of
So,
crazy.
they supposed to do that craziness and pleading something, but he stood there silent.
And he gonna get they gonna stack him. They gonna stack him. When he cut the acre monitor off, that's a charge.
Mhm.
Because he caught another charge on probation or
Other
parole.
charges.
That's a charge. He got a lot of charges against him, major charges. So he ain't going nowhere no time soon.
No, he's not going nowhere.
So my thing is that we spoke of domestic violence. As y'all see, you see the number out there, and if you're in the Texas area, the family violence prevention numbers is 210-930-3669. The Battered Women Children's Shelter here in San Antonio is 210-733-8810, and they offer free counseling services. The SAPD Victim Advocacy is 210-207-2141, and the National Domestic Violence Hotline It's 800-799 SAFE. If you feel at any time that your life is in danger, if you know somebody that you feel that is in danger, please call one of those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I know that y'all, the young ones and some of the old ones too, y'all think it's love, and it's not love.
No.
But at the end of the day, you have kids that need you, that need mom. Even though you think you know that person, you really don't know that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I was married for 16 years. 16 years. I never knew that when I decided to leave from my domestic violence situation, that he would pull a gun on me.
Wow.
I never knew that he would break in my home and destroy everything in my home. Don't ever think that you know a person because you don't. No matter how long you've been with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad. Look at the signs. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to say with Deja because, we don't, the family right now is the morning. They're preparing for services. They're not speaking too much on the situation at hand, as in saying that we really didn't like this guy or he was like this or we tried to warn her. We don't know none of that.
No.
We see on TikTok, she was happy on TikTok, but that that is like that could be just there, a beautiful life gone 2 months after giving birth
Mm-hmm.
to a beautiful little girl that's going to have to be raised by her mother, well, her grandmother. So, I mean, if y'all have teenagers out there, and mothers do have intuitions. Some people don't believe in it, some people don't know, but there is intuitions. And when we get a feeling about something, like I tell my kids, when I get a feeling about something, I'm not wrong. I am not wrong. Sometimes it takes people on the outside to see outside of your heart and to see that you're in danger and see that somebody that is not for you. Our hearts do go out to the family, and this is yet another tragic loss. The last one we had was Emily Knives. They still fighting. And my thing is that the most sickening part is that Tina, which is Devontae's mother, because Devontae is the one that killed Emily after beating her to death, and the baby is in their arms. She's calling herself pressing charges against the family, saying that she's scared for her son's safety.
Her son's safety.
But you wasn't scared for that young lady's safety when she was in your home being beaten by your son,
Mm-hmm.
brutally beaten, and she called herself a domestic violence advocate. Girl, bye.
Mm-hmm.
That family has every reason to roar the way they're roaring. Your flesh and blood took a life, and you did nothing to stop it as a
Mm-hmm.
facade of a domestic violence advocate. Now we stand here. Thankfully, this one is arrested. I just pray the other one gets arrested as well. I
Mm-hmm.
truly thank Nicole, which is Emily Knives' sister-in-law, that referred this case over to me. We do apologize for the technical difficulty, and I'm going to give this opportunity for my cast members to give a word of nutrition for anyone out there that could be going through domestic violence, whether it's verbally, mentally, emotionally, or physically. Neither one is better than the other one. They all give the same effect and they all can kill. There's no excuse. Love does not hurt. Love does not cost you your life. This baby's got to come up with the grandparents, not able to have a relationship with her own mother, a bond. She's got to listen to people tell her the type of mother she had. Go to nutrition, Mr. Dwight.
I must say, I really feel bad for the families on both sides, especially the young lady's family, and it's just a sad situation. And the sad thing about it, it's not going to be the last. It's definitely not going to be the last. To everybody, young and old, I'm gonna say this: if you're with somebody and it just don't feel right, if they hit you one time and say it was a mistake, get away. Because one time is going to turn into 5 times, 20 times. That go for men too, because women can be just as violent as men. So love thyself. And if you have children, think of your children. And like Spicy Grace said, it's an 800 number there. So if anybody looking at the show that's going through anything such as this, please call that number. Get yourself and your children out of there. And ladies, I'm gonna say this again, please learn some kind of self-defense. You just don't know. You just don't know. Learn some type of self-defense. Get you some mace. Just find a way to protect yourself, because you just never know. You just never know. And another thing is, do a background check. Some people might think it's going overboard. I say not. Do a background check. That way you can peep today. And if the man have a problem with it, shit, they're telling you already he hiding something. Please just do everything you gotta do to protect yourself and your children. It go for men and women. Please do that.
You muted.
How's that? Anybody can hear me? Okay, sorry about that. I agree with Mr. Robinson on that one. Male or female, violence is violence. On the news, we've been hearing about since just Thanksgiving altogether. Relationships where the wife has murdered the husband, stabbed him to death. We heard a lot of stories already just in the last few days. If you see it, and you're just a neighbor, a friend, don't be afraid to come out and tell somebody, call the police. Don't just stand by. Like I've always said, don't just stand by. Be a support, not a witness. Help everybody. I don't even know what to say, because Dwight said most of what I need to say anyway. But I want to tell you, God bless. You know, it is what it is. I mean, don't be a witness.
I just want to say, I agree with on what they said, but I just really feel for that innocent child. I hope that grows in her loving household with her grandparents, and I just really feel for her, and I hope that she gets the help that she will need. Definitely will need help.
Spicy, can I say one more thing?
Sure.
For that young man, I feel sorry for your family, not you. You took an innocent life. You ruined your daughter's life. You'll never get to spend time with her. You'll never know how to be a father to his child because I pray to God that you never, ever get out of prison. And that's from my heart.
Thank you, Denise, for that. There's a lot of emotions on this because, here at the Unspoken Heart, we take it serious. We are people that's been through abuse. We've seen abuse, or we came up in it. But now we're here to break that chain and stand our ground and break our silence. It has to stop somewhere. I know I was just shocked the mere fact on a Pacific day where the family supposed to be bonded and celebrating, not visiting the hospital, not burying in tears, or leaving questions on why. Love yourself enough to know when enough is enough. Love yourself enough to know you are more valuable than to sit back and allow anybody to put any type of scars on you, anything to hurt you or your children. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. And this has been the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. Y'all have a blessed week.